Dalen Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Basketball's biggest stage, the NBA Finals. It begins here, and 2K Sports is happy to bring it to you. Along with Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. We've got Goose. Hardaway is out there with Cunningham. Then there's Starks. And it's Czar in at the three. And for the Spurs, they got the Magician. Speedy out there with Wembanyama. Then it's Castle. And it's Vassell in at the small forward position. Taking a look at Detroit. Well, we know this is everything they've worked toward. Greg, the adjustments in the offseason have really paid off.
And it's a well-run organization from top to bottom. They know who they are. They play to their strengths. That's why they find themselves here with an opportunity to win it all in the NBA Finals.
I like what you said. They know who they are. They play within those limits. You're right. Here's Castle. And he banks in the layup.
Oh, the handle. The rookie Castle flashing his potential.
Cunningham passes to Czar. And stolen by Vassell. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Czar. First personal foul. First team foul.
The Spurs shoot their first free throws here tonight.
Devin Vassell. 2 shots.
Shooting two. And the first one drops.
Well, a strong off guard. Vassell gives you a little of everything offensively. A key player for this team.
Vassell hits them both.
We expect nothing less. He's generally been very good at the line.
Cunningham outside. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Cunningham. And it's into the lane. Count that one.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Here's Castle. Guarded by Hardaway. Magician passes to Wembanyama. Now, here's Vassell. Defense is right there. Castle misses.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no airspace there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Poked away. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Vassell wide open. And it's San Antonio with another.
Well, this is Vassell's game. He can do that all day.
Pass to Czar. And they get it. Rebound San Antonio. Here's Magician to the inside. Dennis. And that one is stuffed right through.
That was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
Yeah, incredible play on both ends of the floor. There may be too big of a gap here.
And the Pistons decide to take their first timeout right here. A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Well, I caught up with Greg Popovich. We talked about how dialed in he is on Cade Cunningham in this matchup. Coach told me the key is not to let him get into a rhythm early on. That might mean we have to throw different defenders at him. Maybe send them double teams, too. Everything is on the table tonight. We'll see what they come up with for Cade. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. Here's Vassell. Starks with the rebound. Pistons trail by 7. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, here's Czar. And the three off target.
And they're one of start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
Hassel misses.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Starks kicks to Hardaway. Oh, good on the triple.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep.
Yeah, and it's really hard to stay connected to shooters without foul.
Passes to Sarr. Cunningham right side. Out to Hardaway. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Sarr. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
San Antonio ball.
Here's Magician, covered by Cunningham. It's blocked. To the paint. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. I don't mean style points. And now, the first timeout called here for the Spurs.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your...
Let's take a look at the players who have pulled down the most rebounds during this postseason. Well, you look at Speedy, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game. And, of course, Victor Wembanyama. He has the edge there.
Those two have been really aggressive in the paint so far this postseason. They provided the kind of rebounding you need in this atmosphere.
Down low, here's Magician. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
And you're just not going to see him do that very often. Usually when he rises up, there's a guarantee it's going down. And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Free throw good, Starks. And so it's Vassell who brings up the ball for the San Antonio Spurs. Here's Magician, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Oh, nice setup by Wembanyama. On top of everything else, this guy has an incredible IQ.
Cunningham for 3. Second shot opportunity. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Just 5 on the clock. Detroit needs to get off a shot. Good on the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic. These good looks.
Pass to Castle. Here's Dennis. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Dennis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, that's a nice dish. A lot of times the best way to put the ball in the right spot is with that bounce pass.
Starks outside. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. And it's 6 points for D.
Nice little run here to shrink that deficit, but can they get over the hump?
Well, with all the momentum they've built up, I don't see this run stopping anytime soon.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Spurs.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And another thing, guys, they've been very active tonight, frequently creating scoring opportunities off turnovers.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Howland, he's checked in for Starks. Thompson comes in for Sarr. Hardaway is subbed in for Hardaway. And here's Cunningham. Nothing on the board.
All right, I'm just going to say it. He's 0 for the game. Might be time to stop shooting the ball.
And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Cunningham Cunningham inside. Outside Hardaway. Cunningham looking it over. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And the Pistons making a change here. Burton's checked in. So it's San Antonio now. It's a 5-point game. And there's the pass to Magician. Here's Wembanyama. Pass to Champagnie. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a deep 3. Offensive rebound, Spurs, and the shot is good. Wembanyama's got 6.
Yeah, he put body on it.
This is it to Hardaway. At the top of the key, Thompson. Pass to Burton. Puts up a deep 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
4-3.
Spurs leading by 4. Here's Magician. The pass to Champagnie. Here's Wembanyama. There's the triple. A shot by Champagnie, no good. Inside, here's Burton. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Yeah, nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Pistons have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. And the Spurs making a change here. Here's Wesley. They get a hand on it. Here's Goose, defended by Wembanyama. Thompson looking for an opening. Here's Goose. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Pass to Wembanyama. And here is Wesley. Barnes outside. They double team Wembanyama. 4 on the shot clock. And that one's good, Barnes.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Here's Burton, covered by Wesley. Here's Champagnie, still scoreless. That shot is off. Here's Burton, covered by Wesley. Outside Hardaway. Detroit, no good that time either.
You could see the frustration on his face.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
With the fadeaway, Johnson can't get it to go.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left here in the opening quarter. Out to Hardaway. Here's Burton, covered by Wesley. Passes it to Champagnie. And again, San Antonio turns it over.
Pistons ball.
Stewart's checked in for the Pistons.
For the Pistons, Isaiah Stewart.
.137 left in the first. Here's Burton, covered by Wesley. Burton, the pass to Holland. Thompson against Johnson. Shot clock at 5. Hardaway, that's a 2-pointer. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Champagny passes to Wembanyama. Pass to Wesley. From deep three-point land. Rebound by the Pistons.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
Well, that's the shot where if you make it, everything's fine. But if not, you're going to hear about it.
36 seconds left to play here in the first.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
Stripped away. Now Wesley hasn't made one yet. Here's Wembanyama to end the cold streak, and it's Wembanyama with the jam.
He just pops up and puts it in. Wembanyama really is that tall.
To the middle. Here's Holland. And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for the Spurs. His work on the glass was outstanding. And it's time for more of the NBA Finals on 2K Sports. What a time of year. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here. What do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
Yeah, turning defense into offense, getting out in the open floor. This is exactly what they wanted.
And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Detroit Pistons. They trail by one. We've got Devin Vassell. Magician is out there with Castle. Then there's Speedy, and it's Johnson in at the power forward. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with.
Yeah, the defender's a little bit out of position, but that's what Cunningham will do to you. He works every angle.
Pistons have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Cade Cunningham, 2 shots.
That's good from Cunningham.
Well, pretty much a 6'6" point guard. Cade Cunningham was the first pick in the draft because of his playmaking. Rare for someone of his size.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. San Antonio trailing here. To the inside. Magician lays it up off the glass. Magician's got 6.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Lobs up the alley-oop pass.
Cunningham, a 6'6" point guard, built to operate in the pick and roll.
And San Antonio shooting at 46%, making some buckets. The pass to Vassell. Pass to Magician. And here is Johnson. 5 on the clock. Pass to Magician. That's in there. Johnson with the assist. And that's now 9 points for Magician.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Here's Cunningham. Magician's got 4 rebounds in this game. Pass to Castle. Knocked loose. With the drive. And he makes it look easy. Dunking it hard with one hand.
Now that's how you finish with authority. Show him how it's done, young fella. Stephon Castle is a problem.
Outside Hardaway. Now the pass to Saul. Now to Hardaway. Takes the 3. Rebounded by Dennis.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Yeah, he may have had space, but the defense did a nice job closing that gap quickly.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Pass to Sar. High, arcing shot. Hardaway, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Yeah, that's the kind of aggressive defense you always want to see on the interior.
And while we have a chance, let's now take a look at the NBA's season assist leaders. We look at the Magician, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists. And, of course, Speedy.
I think these two guys are having a little personal competition here in the playoffs to see who will finish with the most assists.
That's good from Johnson.
And for Johnson, it's all about being consistent. When he does this, he's a major factor for this team.
He doesn't get the second one. Pistons trail by 8. Here's Hardaway. There's his third field goal, and now he's made half of his 6 shots.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
A 3-ball. Magician's shot is good. Magician's got 15.
And the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
Fans, that was your Spurs youth dance team. How about another big
For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Cunningham right side. And it's blocked.
Well, he can't buy a bucket, but it's time to find other ways to help his team win.
Magician passes to Dennis. Off target from outside. And so it's Cunningham with it. He brings it up for the Pistons. 9-point game.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
Passes it to Magician. Fader on the way. Here's Dennis. Rebound, Detroit. Hughes has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside Hardaway. Here's the lob to the hoop. One-on-one here. Pass to Castle. Spurs working the ball around now.
And there's a nice playmaking element to Castle's game, especially at 6'6".
Pistons trail by 9. Cunningham right side. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Magician's shot is good.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Here's Cunningham. And the pass to Starks. Sar with it. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the content. It's going to be on Devin Vassell. For Detroit, they have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
Line for the Pistons. Sar taking 2 shots.
Free throw good. Sar. He hits both from the stripe.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Pass to Castle. Here's Dennis on the... And Sar pulls it down. Sar's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. kicks to Hardaway. The three. Detroit, no good that time either.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Dennis. Johnson outside. Another one falls for San Antonio.
That's a nice bit of space, and Johnson was locked and loaded for that catch and shoot jump.
The way up top. Here's Starks, and it's good, assisting on the play with Hardaway. 9 points for D.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
Dennis passes to Magician. Here's Castle. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Wembanyama. He's checked in for the Spurs.
Coming onto the floor for your Spurs, Wembanyama.
Spurs leading by 6. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Who wants a free T-shirt? Get on your feet and go wild so we can see you.
And the Spurs making a change here. Barnes is checked in, and the Pistons making a change here as well. Stewart's checked in for Starks. Here's Magician, who's got 19. Outside for Wembanyama. Again, the miss by the Spurs. Pistons trail by 6. Bounce pass from Cunningham. Here's Stewart. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Magician's shot is good. Magician's got 21 in the game.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
6 to shoot. Stewart misses.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Here's Magician, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick the rim.
At least they saved the layup.
It's his first trip to the line.
Number 2.
Take a break. The first one falls. Both teams deciding to change it up. Good on both. Pistons trail by 10. Burton, the pass to Thompson. Here's Burton. All alone. That shot off the mark.
You can hear him sputtering all the way over here. He knows he should have knocked that one down.
Here's Wesley. Here's Wembanyama. Thompson with the rebound.
And his pure defensive effort changed that shot from an easy one to a tough one.
And that's what you have to do. Protect the house.
Here's Stewart. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
Well, a little physicality just isn't enough to stop a big guy like Isaiah Stewart inside.
Wembanyama against Duran. Wembanyama passes to Barnes. Here's Magician. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from way outside. Rebound by the Pistons. Here's Burton. He's got 8. Stewart down low. Barnes on him. Good D by Barnes.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
It's up a 3. Duran pulls it in.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Ivy. Passes it to Burton. Now, here's Stewart. On the wing, Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got rebound number 8 now on the night. A putback. High over the top. Wembanyama.
Yeah, with the incredible reach of Wembanyama, how do you keep him off the glass?
In the half. Here's Ivy. Those 3-pointers off the mark. San Antonio leading by 10. Magician passes to West. Driving in. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Hey, dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Misses the layup.
Yeah, and they hold the lead in spite of his cold shooting night. He has not been able to get it going.
And despite the hot start from beyond, they've gotten away from shooting the triple.
The pass to Magician. Now Wembanyama. 51 seconds left here in the second. A fader. And it's Barnes slamming it down.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Poked loose. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
Detroit ball.
Speedy's checked in for Harrison Barnes.
Dennis.
29 seconds left in the first half. Here's Burton. He's got 8. Pass to Ivy. Good on the 3-point shot. Ivy's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Detroit.
And if Ivy can hit that shot with consistency, it really makes him a tough cover. I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
For San Antonio, they've been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
Shooting one.
One shot.
Seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Burton. Thompson for the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much. With J.B. Bickerstaff, coach, what will be the areas of emphasis on defense in the second half?
Well, we got to do a much better job just being physical, fighting them deep down in the post. We got to be very aggressive early, not letting them get deep post catches, make them have to kick the basketball out and not take those easy buckets.
That is doing your work early, and we'll see if you can do it in the second half. Thanks, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Welcome to our postseason halftime show. Ernie Johnson along with the Diesel and the Jet. Checking out the Spurs. They've taken this opening game by storm, playing championship-level ball on both ends of the floor. If the first half is any indication of what this series will be like, he may be in for a show. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how San Antonio played?
They've really established themselves in the glass. Being dominant there has been extra possessions, which they've cashed in on. Now they just gotta, bring the same energy to the second half.
Over to Kenny. What you think about Detroit?
We've seen a lack of focus and control. They've wasted a number of possessions by turning the ball over. It's simple. The score should be closer if they would protect the rock and make the smart play.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Tipping off the second half, here's J.B. Bickerstaff's 5. Goose out there with Starks. Then it's Sarr. Then it's Cade Cunningham. And it's Hardaway in at the shooting guard position. Clock at 6. Cunningham. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Cunningham is so skilled working the pick and roll. That time the play was for himself to score.
Second chance shot. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And we talk about how Wembanyama makes the wow plays. Wow.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Outside Hardaway. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got 5 assists tonight.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
Vassell, and Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, we know what kind of scorer he is, but he could use a little help.
Spurs leading by 7. And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball.
Not a great start to the second half, just 1 for 4. Got to find ways to generate better looks here.
Now, here's Cunningham. D right on him. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
Well, that one didn't fall, but otherwise, they've been excellent shooting the ball to start this half.
Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And he takes that one up and powers it through. That one falls. Cunningham's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Yeah, they've come out of the break confidently. 4 of their first 5 here to start the second half.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
Starts the pass to Sarr. Another 3 for Detroit.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Pass to Castle. Starks with the rebound. Starks has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt this. Vassell, the bounce pass. Here's Castle. And he lays it straight in. Castle's got 6.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Cunningham kicks to Starks. A 3-pointer, no good.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Wembanyama. Rebound, Detroit.
Great defensive effort. Just saved a basket.
Well, he's such a competitor at that end of the floor. Never takes a possession off.
Cunningham against Vassell. Pass to Dennis. Goose with the rebound.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
And out of bounds, the Pistons will take it. Here are the NBA's top scorers during this postseason as shown on the 2K leaderboard. Victor Wembanyama, number 1. Pistons trail by 8. Starks outside. Shoots a fader. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. He has 7. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Fans, please give a big round of applause.
Johnson's checked in for the Spurs.
Spurs Youth Dance Team. Again, your Spurs Youth Dance Team. Make some noise!
Here's Castle, covered by Cunningham. Here's Hardaway, and then Hardaway with the dunk.
Yeah, Cunningham can very effectively run an offense. He knows when and where to move the ball.
Here's Castle. He's got 6. And it's Vassell in the corner. Knocks down the 3-ball. Vassell's got 7.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Cunningham outside. Here's Starks. Good, and the assist goes to Cunningham. Cunningham's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Here's Castle. Dennis passes to Johnson. Great D that time from Hardaway.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
From 18 feet away. To the wing right side. And a wide open look for Shaw. And it's off from 3-point range. Puts it up. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. 9 points for Devin Vassell. Cunningham with it. He has 6. Hardaway with a wide open look. A 3-pointer off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Cunningham passes to Goose. And yes, it's good. 8 points for him.
And Cunningham's size at his position allows him to see over defenders and find his teammates.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That is his first foul of the game. The Spurs making a switch here. Champagne's checked in. Stewart checked in for the Pistons. Hardaway comes in for Hardaway. Passes to Dennis. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Now, how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Now a timeout called by Detroit.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Well, if you're just going to let them score inside at will, you might as well pack your bags.
Thompson, he's checked in for Shaw. Cunningham outside. Detroit keeping it alive. A new 14. Outside for Starks. Launches it. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7. Spurs leading by 3. San Antonio calls timeout.
Spurs fans, no reason to gripe when we got the Spurs Hype Squad.
Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Johnson. Then for the Pistons, Holland comes in for Starks, and Burton subbed in for Cunningham. Now Wembanyama, 12 points for him. 6 to shoot. Here's Castle. Here's Dennis, and he dunks it down.
Super work on the boards. They really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Here's Vassell. It's deflected.
Well, his block numbers might not always show it, but Stewart is a strong defender who alters a lot of shots.
Here's Holland. He has yet to score. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And it's Isaiah Stewart with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. San Antonio leading. Champagnie passes to Wembanyama. for three. Rebound by the Pistons.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Burton, the pass to Thompson. For the tie, and that's 2 points on the layup. Thompson's got the game tied up here for the Pistons.
Gotta do more than this to stop Thompson. He's used to having to fight through contact.
And the basket by Castle. Castle's got 8 points.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
To the paint. Here's Stewart. Rebounded by the Spurs. Wembanyama has got 15 rebounds here tonight. And here we go. The Pistons fast break. Stewart passes to Howard. Here's the break. Launches a three, and that one's good. Champagny. Now it's a 5-point Spurs lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for San Antonio.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've got a bunch of their points off the fast break.
Spurs leading by 5. Here's Castle. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Smart bucket by Castle. Get out and run.
Here's Burton. 8 points for him. No one covered. That's now 8 points now in the game from Asar Thompson.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Pistons trail by 4. Here's Burton. There's the pass to Howard. Another three for Detroit.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the third. Castle. And he overshot that one, missing. Hardaway passes to Burton for the lead. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
3.
Burton's got the lead up to 2 now for the Pistons.
The vision of Hardaway Jr. He scanned the floor and found his teammate.
It's tipped. Stewart with the steal. Pass to Burton. Stewart kicks to Thompson. Pass to Hardaway. Back to Thompson. Clock at 4. Lets it go with the 3. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
And you can tolerate gaps like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
Just 4 seconds left in the third. The deep 3 from Wembanyama. We're at the end of the third. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
Here we go, fans.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Castle is out there with the Magician, then there's Speedy, then there's Devin Vassell, and it's Wembanyama in at the 5. That's the San Antonio 5.
Showing he's more than just an interior threat. Wembanyama also possesses that reliable jump shot.
Outside for Starks. Outside Hardaway. Number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
A generational talent. Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Pistons.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the three.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Here's Castle. And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
A bigger guard, 6'6" Castle, can just overwhelm defenders. Impressive for his age.
Cunningham outside. Fade away. Rebounded by Dennis.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
Yeah, that could be deflating. They have to lock back in.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
And I love how Cunningham dictates the pace. You can't speed this guy up. He forces you to play at his speed.
Here's Castle. Right wing. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And there is no better way to add to the lead.
Isn't that true, GA, especially when the slam is coming from the point guard?
It shows you're able to attack the rim from any position.
And just a loss of concentration there. And they're going to pay for it with the over and back.
Yeah, you hate to see sloppy, careless play like that. It's so unnecessary.
Spurs leading by 5. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Can't hit from 12. For Detroit, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Cunningham kicks to Starks. Misses the 3. The Spurs have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. Here's Castle. No good from outside. Pistons trail by 5. Here's Goose. That's in, coming off the assist from Cunningham. That's 10 points for Goose.
Defending Cunningham, boy, a challenge. You have to pay extra attention. That's when you leave someone open.
Pass to Wembanyama. The pass to Vassell. Rebound by the Pistons. Goose has got 8 rebounds in this game.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's foul number 2 for him.
First team foul.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Just 5 to shoot. Now here's Hardaway. Tight defense on him. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
And it's Magician missing. The Pistons trailing. Goose, the pass to Hardaway. Kept alive. Cunningham outside. Outside Hardaway. to take the lead. And it's Magician with the rebound. Magician's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Clearly a foul.
Second team foul. At the line for San Antonio, number 2. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. So he gets them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. One guy has been getting it done as Magician.
Well, he's having his way inside, so they've got to figure it out. Time to talk it over.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. During that last break, I listened in to J.B. Bickerstaff's huddle. Now, he reminded his team, keep looking for the deep ball. If the 3 is there, take it. You've done a good job getting those looks, so keep taking them. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Here's Hardaway. San Antonio with the rebound. Here's Magician. That misses off the backboard. Pistons trail by 3. Hardaway kicks to Starks. To the left side wing. Here's Sarr, covered by Vassell. Leads away, and the shot goes in.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
A three-pointer is right on target.
Well, that's his 4th triple for the game now, just his 1st in the second half.
Cunningham outside, Starks outside. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Sarr. From the arc. And another shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Number 2. Second personal foul. Second team foul. Shooting for Detroit. Hardaway taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And he's good on the second. Spurs leading by 3. Pass to Dennis. Shoots over Starks. And the basket by Dennis. Dennis has got 9 points here in the second half. Now here's Cunningham. Guarded closer. And he makes that one.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
San Antonio's gone 2 or 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. With it. Castle. All 3 off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Cunningham's shot is off.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's had a rough shooting game.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
Rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. One guy has been getting it done as Magician.
Well, shutting down his three-point production has to be top of mind for this coaching staff. A new defensive approach is a must.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Magician.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
Now, here's Cunningham. Fires the three. Connects from three-point range. Cunningham's got 7 points here in this quarter.
How about these big shots for him in the fourth? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
Here's Dennis. Unable to get that one. Some solid defense right there from Starks. Here's Saul. He nails it, and we're tied up.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
The Spurs have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14. Here's Magician. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that. Puts so much pressure on the defense.
And that one's good, Burton. Spurs have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Pass to Castle. Here's Magician. A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
And some hang time on the rim. Puts a little cherry on the top of that slam.
Well, those kind of displays of strength can get one team rolling. Out to the right wing to take the lead. Rebounded by Dennis. Dennis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Well, they needed a bucket right there, and it's Vassell who answers the call.
And it's Cunningham with the ball for the Detroit Pistons, trailing by 4. He lobs it up.
Just a fantastic decision maker. Cunningham giving it up in that two-man set.
San Antonio's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Vassell, and it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Now, here's Cunningham. Defense right on him. Lots of room. Rebounded by Dennis.
I don't know what happened there. About as easy an attempt as you could possibly ask for.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots. Better selections. You have to be set up for success.
Magician passes to Wembanyama, and that one is good. And the Spurs lead by 1.
A big moment for the big man. Wembanyama stepping up in a huge way.
Here's Burton. Over Castle. Passes it to Burton. 6 on the shot clock. Sar with it. And Wembanyama on him. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Spurs shooting 55% in the fourth. They are executing late. Here's Magician. They get it back. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And, well, Detroit shooting very well right now, 52% in this fourth quarter. And the basket is good. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the lead.
Lets it fly. Rebound by the Pistons. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. Now's the time to burn some clock.
Here's Burton. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for it. Shot is on the line here.
Crowd is so focused.
Back to Wembanyama. Misses the fadeaway inside. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
Starks dishes to Cunningham. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Dennis, second personal foul. 14 foul. Shooting for Detroit. Cade Cunningham taking 2 shots.
Drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2.
And it's easy to see why so many are so high on Cunningham, a talented guard who can do a little bit of everything.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, at this point, they're going to have to go for the 3 and try to force OT.
San Antonio calls timeout. They're down by 3. We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth. Guys, your thoughts?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
Yeah, the clock is their enemy, and they know it. We'll see if they go for the tie or try and get a quick one.
Can't knock in the 3. Starks with the rebound. And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
You have to foul, but I'm sure they would have liked to foul someone different.
Time call here. The Pistons decide to talk it over.
2 shots.
They're up by 3. 3 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. That's the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 5-point game.
And that'll just about do it. Coming through at the line in a big spot.
San Antonio calls timeout. They trail by 5. 3 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, your thoughts?
Licking their wounds. It hasn't come together for them tonight.
But they're not going down without a fight. They'll keep game planning and playing until the final whistle.
And so it's Detroit with the W. A pretty good feeling right now for them to be out in front like this in the series.
You know, Kevin, momentum so critical. And you know they'll want to ride this wave into game 2.
So that's a wrap for the first game of the NBA Finals. With Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks, on 2K Sports. We'll see you later.